Welcome to the Tarp Report with Sam and Jess. Hey, welcome to the Tarp Report with Sam and Jess.
Hi.
Episode 120, right?
Yeah.
Let's go. Nobody thought we'd make it this far.
I certainly didn't.
How many weeks are in a year? 52?
I think so.
Did we do the 2-year anniversary and not do anything? We didn't even notice.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, we did do a 2-year thing? I don't remember. Did we not notice or do I not remember?
You do not remember.
Did we do a thing?
There was cake involved.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
No, that was for our 100th episode.
I don't think we did anything for 2 years.
No, I don't.
That's crazy.
No, we did. I get the cake for the 100th.
We haven't
episode.
really
I thought
missed.
It was for the.
We haven't really missed a week except for
like 2.
Except for 2, yeah. And only one of those was our fault.
And the other one was your fault.
Maybe.
I don't remember.
I don't want to. Yeah.
Let's not rehash it. It. Like,
we got some news.
We've seen it.
Yeah,
we've got some news.
Oh, do we have comments too? Or is it just news today?
Just news today.
Okay.
We did get some comments. I'll read them at the maybe I'll find it and read them at the end.
I'm ready.
Okay, well, quit looking at my paper.
It's not paper. It
is a paper.
Okay, it's a paper.
New York Post.
Nice. One of my favorites.
Texas.
Ooh. Probably a big story. See what I did? Because it's such a big state. Dude, that was the quickest joke ever. Like, you didn't even.
The quickest joke ever.
You're going to be a turd all podcast. I'm ready. Jess is in a bad mood today, but she won't tell me what's going on. She was Googling something before the show.
I was Googling a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I think she's arguing with people on Reddit again.
No, I've like everything is cooled down. The Survivor finale has ended, so everything is like we're all tempers are temper. Everyone is we're all coming back down to.
Can't believe I missed another Survivor finale.
Oh man, don't worry. Season 50 is coming. It's
geez, season 50.
Insane.
God damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy. For every 4 of our episodes, they've done a whole season.
Yeah.
Wait.
I don't know what kind of math you just did, but
not right. It wasn't right. It was wrong.
Okay.
I got that wrong.
A serial convicted cop impersonator from Texas
Nothing better than a cop impersonator.
Was busted after authorities said he tried to pull over undercover deputies.
Hell yeah, dude.
While sporting a fake uniform, ballistics vest, and official-looking badge.
Oh, man. I love it.
Like, uh-oh.
I just love fake cop pulling over real
cop. Uh-oh. Whoopsie.
Yeah, I just love there because there's a moment there where it's not just that they realize that he realizes that they're going to know that he's not a cop. And it's the same exact moment when he realizes that they're cops.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's when
when the power shifts.
Yeah, it's like you're walking along and a door opens. And it's like, this is the door of truth. You're not a cop and they are. And before that, you're
he's this dude walking up to the car like thinking that he has the upper hand.
Yeah, they don't know I'm not a cop.
Right.
At that point, he doesn't know that they are cops.
Right. He just thinks that these are civilians. Yeah. And he's going to be in control here.
Yeah.
And then
it whoops. It does a 180.
The only thing you can do is run.
Yeah, it's like, you're under arrest. Am I?
You're under arrest. And there's I
love it. Details.
It's so funny that there were more of them. Sean Arnold was driving a white Hyundai Santa Fe equipped with emergency lights and sirens when he attempted to perform the illegal traffic stop during a racing event in West Houston Saturday, according to a press release from Harris County.
At Hyundai Santa Fe.
Yeah. Alarmed by, what were you going to say?
I was just thinking it's funny that Hyundai names all their cars. They have Santa Fe. They have, what's the other one? Not
Hyundai.
They have Santa Fe's. They have Tucson's. Not Tucson's. They're all towns in New Mexico, but they don't have a Hyundai Albuquerque, which would be awesome.
Alarmed by Arnold's suspicious behavior, undercover deputies alerted marked sheriff's units, which stopped him and found he was fully equipped to deceive.
They were, read that part again. They were alarmed?
Yeah.
Read that whole thing again.
Alarmed by Arnold's suspicious behavior.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Pretending to be a cop is very suspicious.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. I'm like, did they pull him over for the car? Or did they pull him over because he pulled them over?
I think they probably saw him. My guess is he was flexing on people. Like he was like pulling up to the street racers and being like, "Oh, you guys think you're hot shit," and like flashing his fake badge or whatever.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, alarmed by his behavior, undercover deputies alerted marked sheriff units, which stopped him and found he was fully equipped to deceive by having donned a police uniform shirt, a bulletproof vest with his last name stitched on the front.
Wait, do cops have that? Do they have like
body with it? Like I don't know. I think he's like his military
body armor, like a jersey. Oh my God! Do they have numbers on it? Or like, oh, coming out of Shelton, Washington, number 5, Bronkoski. Weighing in at 6 foot. No, that's not.
Weighing in at 6 foot.
Some people weigh how tall they are.
That's funny.
Sit in your tower, Jess.
Let's see. With his name stitched to the front, a body camera, and a security badge. Arnold, who is a convicted felon, also had a... Come
on, man.
Arnold. He also had a BB gun, a taser.
Zach, I love you for this one. This is so funny. He had a BB gun. Oh my God. I know what kind of BB gun he had too. It was one of those like Crossman air pistols that looks like a 9mm. You know what I'm talking about? And it has like the CO2
the
cartridge.
Part off of it.
No, it doesn't even have the orange part. They're legit. Like they're you can't kill somebody with it, but it hurts. Like it won't break the skin, but you can kill like little birds and rodents and shit.
Gross.
Yeah, I know. But I know exactly what he had.
A taser, police radios, and other equipment commonly carried by the law enforcement officers.
He had binoculars. Had a
he had a history.
Vendetta.
Yeah, and a history.
And a police history. Dude, the thing that I think is interesting is like him being like a convicted felon. And like they're like, you need to turn your life around, but not that far.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, whoa.
Yeah.
We just wanted you to stop committing crime, not stop crime.
Like,
Too far.
Arnold's history of trying to pass himself off as a cop spans more than 2 decades and at least 3 states.
God.
In 2001, he was convicted of impersonating a police officer in Jefferson County, Texas.
Here's the thing. How stupid do you have to be to not be able just to become a cop? Like, what's wrong with this guy where he can't just be a cop?
I tried to be a cop once.
What? Oh my God.
I tell you didn't know this?
I would like to welcome you all to the final episode of the Tarp Report with Sam and Jess.
I tried to be a state trooper, and like
couldn't?
On the
Did you flunk out of state trooper school and boot camp?
It's hey.
Were you drunk?
What is
Were you still drinking?
I didn't fall, or I was flying with style, whatever. No, I went to go apply to be a state trooper, and like, you know, you have to fill out the form, and like you're there, and like it says like how many times you have to put like how many drugs you've done.
Oh my God. I'm just imagining you walking up to my window right now and me being like, oh. And like me not knowing you in like the comedy world and like being like, oh God, I'm so fucked.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah. Here comes trouble, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here comes the law.
I just know like this person became a cop for one reason.
One reason
and
only.
that's to ruin good people's days.
To hurt people.
But wait, tell me, so you did the application and
I did the application, and so it said on the thing, it says, you know, you have to put what drugs you've done and how many times you've done it.
Oh, Jesus.
And, you know, and they say you have to be honest because like after this part, you have to go
the lie detector.
Right. And so they're going to find out. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, you know, so I'm trying to like think of a number that's like, you know, not.
You're trying to think of a number that you can believe.
Well, a number that's believable, that's like not like way too many, but like obviously not a lie. You know?
So wait. You're trying to think of a number because you're gonna do a lie detector. So you're trying to think of a number that you could think is true? That
the cop would think is true. You know how like when a cop is like,
but they're doing a lie detector, Jess.
I know, but I'm still like
high.
You know,
you're high when you're doing this.
I wasn't even smoking pot then. Like I was just trying to think of a number that was believable for them, but also wasn't like, oh, that's way too many.
What was the number? How many? What did they ask? What were the drugs? Do you remember? I don't think you've ever done coke, have you?
No.
That blows me away.
Blows you.
It's just weird that like you're such a fuck up in so many ways, but you like dodged coke.
I dodged most drugs.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah, because I had like first of all, that was really rude. No, I never. Yeah, I never. But,
so did they ask you about weed?
So then, yeah. So I put that I did. I put that I smoked pot and that I had done mushrooms one time.
Mushrooms once and weed 11 times.
And then I'm sitting there because I'm like, I don't know, because I'm like, is it by joint? Is it by bong hit? Is it by day?
Oh my God. Did you ask him?
No, of course not. Of course not.
That would be the best. Like, how many times do you smoke weed? I'm like, are we talking bong hit or like a joint? Like, if every hit is like
right, is that a separate time?
Yeah.
Because then the number is going to be much higher.
And a lot of times I was drunk.
Just like me. Anyway, I put 50.
Okay.
Which felt like a reasonable number.
Not to be a cop.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, that's more than just a phase.
That's a big number.
Yeah, that's not a phase. That's more of a movement.
Yeah, they asked me to leave.
Really?
Yeah.
I bet it was not just the weed. I bet it was like other stuff too.
No, it was, they literally just looked at the paper. They were like, who's done drug. And I remember I got a letter and I can't, oh God,
they dodged you.
We all did.
Oh God.
Like, I feel like across the board, everybody made a right decision.
Oh geez. Oh God. I'm just imagining your life playing out.
Probably would have been a lot the same. I would have been an alcoholic, and I just would have had a gun.
Alcoholic cops. It's just different.
I like how you're like getting upset with me about like a narrative that you've made up in your head.
Oh, Jess.
And you're like, oh my God, you're so fucked. Oh, you're so bad.
No, you know.
I don't know because I don't.
You know. Because it's like, okay, so you have an alcoholic, right? And the level,
I wasn't in like full blown alcoholism then. This was like This was like young Jess Anderson.
But it was happening though.
No.
Like no, you were like going to be an alcoholic.
Yeah, but this was like before I even had kids.
Okay, but here's the thing, right? So the way alcoholism plays out,
and I had the alcoholism came with the kids.
Yeah, that's probably what it was.
I think when I got my epidural,
yeah,
they had something in there.
Yeah, whiskey.
And I got shot with
That's a common.
Alcoholism.
That's common.
What are you trying to say? What are you trying to tell me about this fake life that I never had?
I think that if you would have became a cop, that it would have been like created a synergy basically. Like every problem you had would have been worse because you would have had like a lot of power over people. And then I think you would have wound up getting locked up.
Sure.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That's what I think. Like, I think it would have been a much worse life for you. That's all. And I can't say for sure what's happened.
Okay.
I realize, I see where you're coming from.
Like, maybe it would have been a fucking great life for me. I don't know.
Maybe. I see where you're coming from. That I don't know.
Right. You're just making
but
shit
you
up.
see where I'm coming from too.
Right, that you're just making shit up. Yeah. Could have been. Who knows? I don't know if I would have if I would have gotten a stable job.
It's cool. Hey, just so all the listeners know, never once have I thought about becoming a law enforcement officer.
You know why?
Because
couldn't pass the physical fitness.
Okay, you know earlier where I said this is the last step. I didn't mean it, but now I do. 120, good run. Good run. I couldn't be a cop because I'm fat, and you couldn't be a cop because you're stupid.
I did too many drugs.
You did too many drugs. See, I
legitimately thought about it, man.
I know. It's just so funny because it's more, you smoked pot more than 50 times.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Of course. But I thought that like 50 was a good, solid, reasonable number. And I remember telling Robbie like that was the number that I put down. And he was like, that was not a good number. He was like, that was way too high.
It reminds me, I used to have that joke about huffing gas. And I was like, oh, that makes me look like a piece of shit. And I like lied in the joke and said I was huffing glue. Because to me, like glue was way better. Yeah. Anyway, we should get back to the news. We're fucking...
Anyway.
After that rev-a-fucking-lation, Jesus criminy out of nowhere.
What is I still think about, like, because, you know, I do think about being a cop, even still, like, because I would be like a good cop, not like a shitty cop. I'm not a racist.
No.
I don't kill people.
Jess would be.
But I would be like a good cop.
One of the good cops.
I would. You know, I'd be like one of those cops that, like, goes into, like, you know,
what would you do if you saw one of your cop friends being a bad cop?
Listen, can I tell my story? I'd be like one of those good cops who like go into like rough neighborhoods and like play basketball with the team.
Oh, dude, that's so cool. You'd be like a cool cop. You'd kickflip at the skate park.
Yes,
like,
I wouldn't get mad at the kids for skating.
No,
I would be like,
skate.
Keep going, keep practicing, kid.
Flip that board. Stop flipping them zips.
Yeah, you can do it.
Does anybody say zips anymore?
No idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. That's why, you know what's funny? Never mind, go.
No, come on.
I'm tired of the
Sam.
cop
Get it
cosplay
out. Get
episode.
It out.
Episode 120.
Or like a prison guard. I knew that one would get you. A prison guard with a heart of gold. I
feel like we all make our own prisons, and this podcast is mine.
Okay.
You know what? I don't even think you need to become a cop. You can just do what this guy was doing.
Yeah.
Is somebody arguing on Reddit with you on your watch now?
No. Abigail is sick. She's sick. She's sick every week. She's sick every day.
Oh, you have to go get her from school.
She's gonna be okay.
Oh, okay.
You know, I really struggle with like Abigail is my youngest, and she is what I refer to as my boo boo baby.
Mm-hmm.
Because everything is a fucking injury, or like you know, everything is, and sometimes it's legit. Most of the time, it's not. But then like, you know, I really struggle with like being empathetic and loving and taking care of my kid, but then also being like, girl.
Yeah. Well, you got to walk that line. That's parenting. You got to be loving and you got to be a hard ass sometimes.
Like, come on. Like, I don't feel like my kids like are like as resilient as I like I feel like
I know
they're so sensitive, little babies.
I know where you're at, and I agree with you. But also along with that is that kids these days have like this like crazy stressors that we couldn't even comprehend when we were that age. Like just being like open to the world, you know, like I really think it's strange.
Yeah, I mean we were talking about like social media and all that stuff. But
global warming. Just have this like sense of doom you grow up with. Like things are
COVID.
Yeah.
It's just tough.
Fake cops.
Yeah.
And real cops.
Yeah. My fucking neighbor tried to come over here and tell Izzy was like parked. Her car was parked this way, like the opposite direction.
My car's parked that way right now.
Yeah, my fucking neighbor came over and said she was going to call the police on us.
Oh, great. Cool.
Like, do
Which neighbor?
Do it, bitch.
Is it the one across the street?
No.
Okay, I was about to say, yeah, because the one across the street is pretty cool.
Yeah, they park that way too.
Yeah. Nobody gives a shit because it's fucking DuPont on that thing.
Well, it's a goddamn street.
You know what's funny is it
park.
We read this story, and I just want to point this out that like so many people have like cop attitudes where it's like they demand that people follow the letter of the law.
But I don't have that.
While they ignore those laws, and you don't, and that makes me happy. Like pretty much every human being on the planet like kind of picks and chooses what laws to follow to a T. Like, you know, like everybody kind of speeds. Everybody kind of, you know what I mean? Like we all kind of like, you know, everybody to one point or another is committing at least a small amount of tax fraud. You know, some people are committing large amounts of tax fraud. I don't know. It's just interesting to me. But when you hear something like this, it's like, oh my God. But like, I know a lot of people that are like, go right up to that point. Like they might as well wear a little uniform and drive around. It's like, there's people that drive through 4th Ave downtown just to look at things and go, oh God. And to like have people jaywalk in front of them so they have to stop. And it's like they could just take I-5, which is faster. Right. But they come through downtown because they want to be like shocked by like what they see. And usually there's really not a lot going on down there. It's way chillier than it was like 5 years ago even.
It's just fentanyl.
Yeah.
We'll see it. In 2001, he was convicted of impersonating a police officer in Jefferson County, Texas. The following year, he was busted on the same charge in Illinois. In 2015, he was found guilty of impersonating an officer in Missouri, where his record also included charges related to stealing cars and other types of theft. Following his latest run in with
that was probably like some kind of like research or whatever. Like, you know how stores stealing have like cars. Yeah. He was like, you know, remember
that show where Bait Car?
No.
You never saw that where they like it was a car that they like left the keys in or something. Mm-mm. And then criminals would just get in.
It sounds like To Catch a Predator, but with cars.
It is. Yeah. And then as soon as they get inside, the doors lock.
Oh my God.
And then they can't get out.
Oh,
and then like the car shuts down and the police come.
Oh.
Fucking Bait Car. Yeah. I think that's what it was called. I don't know. Something on like A&E.
As opposed to Bait Kid. That's what they should call To Catch a Predator.
Yikes.
Hey, man.
Yikes. Hey, man, what?
That wasn't that bad of a joke.
I didn't say it was a bad joke. All right. Let's see.
Oh, man, my legs hurt.
What's the matter?
I worked out.
Okay, buddy. Presidential pardon.
Oh, Jesus. You know what's crazy? I was going to talk about this shit. Is these two reality stars or is it the other one? There's one that's even worse.
Reality stars, Todd and Julie Chrisley, who were convicted of bank fraud, tax evasion, and conspiracy to defraud the United States. The Chrisleys were known for their reality show Chrisley Knows Best and were found guilty in 2022. The pardons were granted after the Chrisleys sought clemency from Trump and after his daughter Savannah spoke about their case at the Republican National Convention. The pardons were issued after Trump spoke with the Chrisleys' children on the phone to inform them of his decision. Dun, dun, dun.
Is that the whole story?
Yeah,
I
that's
hope
the whole
so.
story.
I like it. Good. I think.
What the fuck? What is your problem?
No, nothing. I was just asking because I wanted to know if there's anything more, or if I can go on like my spiel, or like what, like.
Okay, go.
Yeah. I have such an immense hatred for politicians. I despise the Democratic Party as it's constructed, but I despise the Republican Party more. I would say that I have 100% hatred for the Republican Party and maybe like 84% hatred for the Democratic Party.
Yeah.
And but watching Trump, it's not just this. There's another dude that he pardoned who wasn't a reality star, whose mom gave him $1 million. Walk Snack or whatever his name is.
Yeah, I just heard about this.
It's just like it's just strange when, because this is the point that I want to make, and I think you'll appreciate this. Is I think more than watching who Trump pardons is watching who he doesn't pardon. Okay.
Yeah.
There are still people incarcerated for long stretches of time for nonviolent, like drug offenses. That's a large proportion of the prison population. You know, these are folks a lot of times that while they made some bad choices, many of those choices were spurred upon by like an environment and neighborhoods. It's hard to make good decisions when you're surrounded by bad outcomes, as opposed to these Chrisleys.
These fucking Chrisleys.
Who is it's just greed. It's just greed. The one guy was taking, because a lot of this tax fraud with these rich people, it's what they're doing is they say that they're withholding money from their employees for health insurance and things like that, and they're supposed to pay these taxes, and they're not. They're just spending it on more stuff or investing it. And it makes me sick. And
Did you ever see that show?
No. What were they like on the show?
They're just like ridiculously rich, like family from Christian family from where are they from? Wherever, but just the South, and just too much money. And I'm pretty sure I was surprised that he had a wife.
Does he seem like he might be gay?
He's definitely probably having fun.
Yeah.
In prison.
Yeah.
So he'll be a little bit bummed about that, but
God, I just don't have anything.
It's just great. Well, I think that it's good news for your friend, Joe Exotic.
Yeah, I did talk to Joe Exotic.
Did
I ever talk about that I think I did talk about it.
Yes.
Do you know that I'm not afraid to say this now, but like that whole situation in that podcast I was on, like that John Clay Wolf show, like how much I didn't like that whole, like, it's like, oh, cool, I'm on this like Texas shock jock car seller thing, and he wants me to like make fun of Joe Exotic about his methamphetamine use because I used methamphetamine. And like you find yourself in these positions in the entertainment industry, and it's like, oh, whoops, should have looked this fella up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a part of me that I hang out in downtown Olympia and I sit in front of my coffee shop and I talk to my friends, and I'm very excited about my career in comedy, and I love my family, and I love hanging out with you and doing our podcast together, and I have wonderful friends, including you. And then there's this part of me that thinks about the world that we're living in right now, where wealthy people and corporations have taken complete control of the country. And whether it's, Biden, I don't think Biden was as bad, but like, here we are. So, here we are with some pardons.
Yeah, it's just, well, and the good news is that I read that they do already have a television show in the works.
Hell yeah, dude.
So
sweet.
That's really good.
Another thing, what's funny is, what's not coming out is the Epstein stuff.
Yeah, no.
And you know what? Biden didn't want that shit to come out, and Trump doesn't want it to come out because they both know that them and their friends are all over that shit.
Yeah.
Like, read the tea leaves. Like, it's just trash. It's just trash. We've let, like, the idea that people become rich due to some sort of hard work ethos and that is bullshit. But what's even more bullshit is there's some kind of like morality to it at all, and it's not.
Speaking of, let's see, Jen Shaw, 2021. Do you know Jen Shaw?
No.
Ring a bell. Jen Shaw was arrested in March 2021 along with her assistant Stuart Smith for their alleged role in a nationwide telemarketing scheme. Jen and Stuart were booked on charges of conspiracy to commit wire fraud in connection with telemarketing and conspiracy to commit money laundering.
Did they get a pardon too?
The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City star.
Are they getting pardoned?
No, I'm hoping. No, Jen, I think, no, Stuart, they didn't. Let's see. The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City star changed her plea in July 2022 from not guilty to guilty, which cut 20 years off of her maximum prison sentence. She was sentenced in January 2023 to 6.5 years in prison and 5 years of supervised release. Like, they were doing this big, like, money laundering scheme where they were, like, calling, like, basically they were the ones who were, like, calling old people.
Laundering money like comedy clubs do?
What?
Not your club.
Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
No, a lot of comedy clubs launder money.
That was weird.
I know.
No, like, they were, like, they would, like, call, old people and, like, be like, oh, your computer needs to be fixed, or they would, like, sell them like a like, they're like, okay, well, if you do this, like, you can become like a entrepreneur, like, it'll teach you how to become your own business, you know. Oh, well, then you have to get the gold package, actually.
Oh, yeah.
And so, like, and that costs like $50.
And they are able to do this because they were reality stars.
Well, people don't know that part. Like, they're just like, they're taking advantage of, like, people, like, old people who don't, like, know any better.
Yeah.
And then they'll put their credit card on file. And then these people just take and take and take and take and take. Yeah. And then people don't even, like, realize, because they never, they're 100 and they don't look at their bank account.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, she almost got 20 years for that shit.
I wonder if she'll get out too.
Yeah, she's going to get out, I think, next year, actually. She's getting out on good behavior.
Yeah.
She's been teaching an exercise class while she's in there. So.
When I was in Yakima, the Mexican inmates had this thing where they would all exercise, and anybody could join, and you would do like burpees, and then you would run up and down the stairs, and it looked exhausting.
So, okay.
Yeah.
Was that upsetting to you?
Well, this is what happened, okay? So, like, I was having so much fun with, like, the fake cop thing, and I was like, oh, we live in stupid fun world,
right,
where people pretend to be cops. And then it was so funny to me when you were talking about how you wanted to be a cop, and I really like that. And then it's so crazy you brought up the pardons, because I fell into a hole last night because I was looking up the other pardon case, but all you could see on the news was about the reality stars getting pardoned. And, like, they're both bad, but like the other one is so much more of a clear cut, like his mom donating money. But yeah, I don't know. It's funny because I think sometimes what it feels like to me is like this is going to sound weird. There was one time me and my friend Frank, we ate a bunch of acid. I've talked about Frank on the podcast before, a good friend of mine, Frank. We ate a bunch of acid and we were watching skateboarding videos at Derek's house, right? And I looked up and I looked at the ceiling, and it was like the ceiling was made of latex, and there was like a demon orgy, and you could see like all the demons, like naked demons, like rolling around on a latex ceiling, and you could see like fingers and joints and elbows and breasts and like demon faces. And I was like, whoop, better watch the skateboarding video. And like, that's what I feel the world that we're living in right now is it like, I just fell in love with that show Andor, which is like a Star Wars show on Disney Plus. And like, I'm on my phone and I'm like, oh my God, he's just pardoning like all these rich tax fraud assholes. And like, I have friends of mine that are just rotting in prison cells right now for selling something that's completely legal now. Man. And then I'm like, well, better watch Andor, you know, and I just don't know what to do, and it feels helpless. Yeah. And it's hard. It's hard.
Okay, well, what about the Joan Shaw one?
Huh?
What about the other one?
I'm not surprised, but I am glad that it sounds like she's getting out. What do you think?
I think it's hilarious. I think there's a lot of scandal on reality television. It's like true crime in and of itself. So
that is interesting to me when I think there's a pressure to like have these revelations. And it's funny because they wind up like snitching on themselves. Like when rich people like rise up and they're like, oh, like we're celebrities now. Because this is a unpopular Sam opinion, I think. But like whenever folks on the right are like, oh yeah, Trump was targeted. Like he kind of was, you know what I mean? Like he did all that illegal shit, but there's so many other rich people that do that illegal shit and nobody ever knows about it. But like we know about a lot of the illegal shit Trump did because he's
tweeting about it.
Yeah, because he's tweeting about it and he's become a public figure and ran for president. So like we know about all these sexual assaults, and we know about like we know about the meme coin fraud that he's doing right now. When there's a lot of people that they do that and you never hear about it. Like that's what I think is interesting, is it like when we talk about like whether it's a reality star Trump that's the president now or whatever, it's not that they're getting caught that I find like disturbing. It's that how much do we not know about? Like what? Because I know for me that I go through my life and I'm like, what's right and what's wrong? And that's what I'm thinking about. And when it comes to laws, I'm like, what can I get away with? Do you know what I'm saying?
You just contradict yourself?
No, because what is lawful is not always right. Yeah. Okay? Like there was a dude who grabbed so I was bouncing at McCoy's. I think I've told you this story, not on the podcast before though. Okay. But there was a bartender in the back and a guy reached around the bar and grabbed her crotch.
That is not legal.
No, that is not legal what he did, okay?
Right.
He was running out of the bar, okay? And I clotheslined him while he was on his way out. And then I stood on top of him and I slapped him in the face and made him cry, basically. I like held him down and made him cry.
Okay.
Was that legal?
I don't know.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Well, I mean, if someone's running out of the bar, if they just sexually assaulted someone, you're allowed to clothesline them.
Sure. Was I allowed to sit on top of him and slap him and make him cry?
I don't know. I don't remember you doing that.
You know what's weird is that I don't know if that like I don't feel great about that decision. Like I should have stopped him and we should have called the cops, but she didn't want us to call the cops and she's the one who got assaulted. So, but what I'm saying is that like what I think is going on is that there is a class of folks in this country that are doing every single thing they can to pay as little into the pot, pay their employees as little as they can, make as much money as they possibly can. And that is the engine of our politics. Like, that is the gas that goes into the political engine, I should say. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, we have so much and we can do this much, and everybody else, you can have as much. Like, we're going to give you as little as you can stand before you like absolutely revolt.
Right. Yeah.
You know? And what's weird is I feel like Trump tapped into that energy. Like, Trump was like, yeah, if you want to revolt, I'm your guy.
Yeah.
And then look what he's doing. He's pardoning these rich assholes. Like, you got to see it. Like, look at it, man.
Well, all they see is that, you know, he's like a true-blooded American.
Yeah.
Like, they just see like a poor man who shouldn't be, you know, he got taken advantage of.
He understands the struggle.
Well, it's not his fault. Like, he didn't. He was wrongfully accused. He was. They harshly sentenced him. It wasn't fair.
You know, the one venture he made money on. Everything else is a mess. The one venture he made money on was that fucking reality show.
Well, they had. Oh, you're talking about.
Yeah, Trump. That's the money. That's the thing that he made money on.
I think you're talking about Chris Lee.
Was that reality show?
Yeah.
And it's strange because like he's always talking about, he's like, oh, I gave up a successful real estate career to become president. Motherfucker, you put a casino bankrupt. How do you do that?
Someone said that on the set of The Apprentice, he pooped his pants.
I know. I believe that. I believe that. Because you know why I believe that is because I poop my pants a little bit sometimes. Why
are you sympathizing with Trump?
I'm not sympathizing with him. I'm just saying that I think he did poop his pants because everybody poops his pants, but only weirdos are so scared to not poop their pants. Does that make sense?
No, I just feel like you're okay. Zach,
you've pooped your pants?
Not yet. As an adult. Not when I wasn't withdrawing from alcohol.
I didn't poop my pants withdrawing from alcohol.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. You just shit your pants. Like, at least I had a fucking reason. No, I forgot to tell Zach that we were recording, so I had to just improvise.
Are you kidding me?
So
that was amazing.
Off. So you can kiss my ass.
You did good.
Whatever.
You did good.
Oh, well.
I knew something was up.
Yeah. No, Zach literally, like, I was leaving Super Funny at 11 o'clock last night.
Oh, man.
And looked down and I checked my phone, and Zach had sent me a message at like 10:45, and he was like, hey, if you guys are recording in the morning, I don't have enough time. I'm like, no shit, because it's 10:45 last night. And I'm like, oh God. And like, it's because I
should have known.
Well, he just like, he babies me, and he just knows that like, and he just like does it. So I haven't been in the habit recent of like.
Is that why you were like a little stressed out before the podcast?
No.
You could have just told me. I don't care. Yeah.
Well, because
I could have picked out a story and you could have picked out like 2 stories or something.
This morning, it's fine.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
I'm okay.
It happens.
Anyway.
We had fun on a tour.
Our tour.
Yeah.
So, how do you say it?
Tour.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. You know what my favorite part of the whole thing was?
What?
Hanging out with you at that casino after our show.
At the casino, that was fun.
Watching my friend's band play.
Yeah, they were good.
Yeah, they were really good. That was really nice. We haven't for as much as we podcast and do comedy stuff together, we don't really like hang out. And that was cool. Mm-mm. Yeah. It sucks when you do a podcast with somebody so much and then you'll be having a good conversation and be like, oh, just wasted that.
Yeah. Like, well, literally, I was like, oh, I would tell you something. Then I was like, oh, no, I need to tell you on the podcast. Because, like, you know, you do sometimes you need that genuine reaction.
Yeah. Those shows were fun. They were both good.
We had a great time.
Yeah, and you did a really good job on both those shows.
Thanks.
Yeah. I made a gaffe that I will never let down.
Oh, Sam fucked up, you guys. Sam
Wasn't that bad.
Sam made a huge mistake.
You have to tell him what, like, you have to give him what I was trying to do.
I mean, just think if I were any other comedian.
I wouldn't do it with any other comedian because I was
but
trying
it's okay.
to roast you.
But it's okay to do it to me. You tell her. No, Sam was trying to be nice and introduce me.
I wasn't trying to be nice. I was trying to be mean.
Oh yeah, well you were being nice by introducing me, but then you were introducing me in a mean way.
Oh yeah, you did bring that up. That I was like, I'm headlining these shows and I'm making it so you don't have to cold open.
Right. Yeah, you get up there. You always get up and introduce me, and then I introduce you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, which is wonderful.
Which most headliners don't do that.
No, you don't. They don't. It's wonderful. But yeah, you were like, Jesse Anderson, my friend. She's sort of funny.
I didn't say sort of funny.
She has long legs. And then immediately was like, "Oh, why did I say that? Why did I say that? Why did I say that?"
So, we talked about it, but what I was trying to, I was trying to like roast you, but I didn't want to roast you, like, because they don't know.
You were like, she's from West Virginia.
Yeah, because I was trying to roast you and like, but I didn't want to be too harsh.
Right.
And that's not the way it works. Mm-mm. So like there was no good way to do it. I should have just brought you up instead of trying to make fun of you. And then me making fun of you, I said something that was traditionally attractive in women, and then I just hated myself. Like I really didn't give a shit because it's Jess. But it made me happy.
Well, the only reason it's just something to give you shit about. Like I don't legitimately
you loved
care.
It because
it doesn't bother me. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be fucking. I'm gonna give you shit about this for a long time.
What did you say when I went up?
I don't think I said anything. Did I?
You brought me up and you said something. Oh yeah, when we were in Willamina.
Well, yeah, when we were I just did the same. Please, he's my best friend. He's got long legs. Fun, man. And I'm like, now we're even.
Those are the shows that I just live for those rooms.
Oh, it was really fun.
What? How long did I did an hour and 10 minutes of both shows, I think. So.
Yeah, even though you tried to convince me that you didn't, even though I literally time it.
What?
That you tried to say I didn't do an hour 10.
No, I knew.
That was probably the best impression that I've done of you.
I knew that I was over an hour. Here's the thing. What I was trying to tell you is I wasn't trying to do an hour and 10 minutes.
It just happened.
Yeah, it just happened.
It's natural.
A lot of comics would love to be able to
We had fun in Kalama. Then we went to
the beach.
We went, which you had the plan was
I gotta set up my kite when I get
you
home.
Talked to Dane and Dane told you how I best travel, and he said, take me to the beach.
Nothing else.
Yeah. Just take her to the beach. That's it. And Sam's like, perfect. And he calls me and he's like, okay, do you want to go to the beach? And I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, let's also go to lunch.
And we didn't. We went to a Safeway.
Like, God damn it.
Yeah.
I think I told you guys about this last week.
Yeah. And then we went to the kite store.
We went to the kite store. We went to a crap sale.
Oh yeah, crap sale. Not shit only, crap.
Yeah,
we
had lunch with you. First we had lunch with your friend.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, first I went to the coffee shop. Mm-hmm. And then we met with your friend. Then we went to the crap sale because you can't miss a crap sale.
No. I drove past so many on there. Oh God, you pissed me off on the way back too.
You literally told me the night before that I could sleep.
Yeah, but not like the whole time.
It was 3 hours.
The whole time.
It was 7 a.m.
I was so bored.
I left my charger.
I wanted to sleep. Oh no.
What was I talking about? I don't even know what I was talking about. I was like going off on something. I had my fingers out.
Oh, because you were upset at me because I was upset at you because you slept like the whole way back.
No, you just interrupted me about that. I was talking about something else. Oh no. And then so then we went to the crap store, and then we went to the kite store, and then we went to the beach.
Yeah.
Which was beautiful.
Yeah, it was really nice.
It's wonderful, and there's sand there.
Sandy Beach.
And we got kites, and we flew. Well, I flew my kite because it was like straight out of the bag, and it just went out the bag and into the sky. You got a more expensive kite.
Yeah.
That you took for one spin.
Yeah.
And then you wrapped it up and you were like, oh nope, I'm not doing it. I'm gonna do this a different day. I'm gonna do this a different. And I'm like,
no,
what
I need a big table, and there's a lot of stuff I gotta do.
He's like, I gotta get parts.
No, I don't need parts. I just have to rig it up. You don't understand. It's almost like a remote control plane. Like you have to.
It should come with all the parts.
It has all the parts, but I can't set them up on a windy beach. Like I need a place.
You need a warehouse?
No, I just need inside. I need a large table, and I need to sit down, and I probably need to watch a couple YouTube tutorials.
It's too much.
No, it's not too much. It's responsible.
You should be able to take it just like I did out of the bag. And
if you want a bullshit, boring kite that you just hold a string and it flies.
I was not bored.
Dude, that was so boring.
I was like, I was smoking a joint. It was lovely.
Yeah, she was. I saw people glaring at you.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. They were like, oh, that loser.
No, you didn't, because I was not around anyone. I made sure.
She was blowing it in the baby's face.
No, baby asked for it.
Yeah. The baby's like, shotgun, please.
Yeah, whatever. But yeah, and then we had a really great show.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a really good, and I love that hotel, and I'm glad you loved it too. And
yeah, it was really awesome.
Yeah, Matt Holler, the owner dude, rules, and all those employees rule, and the food's good. Did you eat anything there?
No, I got food from the.
Oh man, you got the biscuits and gravy across the street. I love that place. You know what's funny? The only comedians they have there is me and Gabe Rutledge. They have me once a year and Rutledge once a year.
Yeah,
and
that might change once they met me.
They actually told me that I need to bring a different opening. I'm going to Atlanta tomorrow.
Sweet.
Then Birmingham, Manchester, Tennessee. And
love it.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I've been working out, and it sucks. I was really worried about it because I hadn't done it in a long time, and it wasn't terrible.
Good.
But it was bad.
Well, I mean, it's not going to be great.
Yeah. I got some jokes. Let's do some jokes.
Are you in a hurry?
No, but it's 9:54, and you have to go to work.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're making it weird.
No, I'm not. You're being weird today. You're being weird today. And you know what happened is you brought up the heaviest, like that second story. I guess you wouldn't have known that was going to do that.
For real. And it's in the news.
You hear that?
That was his nose.
Dude, Jess has headphones on and she could hear it good. Do you like that noise? I've never done it at the microphone.
I didn't like it.
That was so much better than listening to you get mad at me. I was really into it.
So I get. Oh my God. I hate it.
Oh my God, do you?
I hate it.
Really?
Yes. Don't stop it.
Really? Let me do it one more time. Listen to it. Listen. No, put your headphones on. Be a trooper. This is good content.
That's literally making me sick to my stomach.
Dude, the first time, I laughed so hard I almost passed out. All right, let's do some jokes. I wrote jokes. I'm glad. I don't want to fight anymore.
I did, under your advisement, I did a joke that I didn't feel that I was ready to do.
And it hit.
And it did good.
Yeah.
And
And
then,
now you can flesh it out even more. And it's awesome because you got to do it in front of a good crowd and a good show.
I get to do that. And then I tried it last night. It's super funny.
Yeah.
Which couldn't have been a more opposite crowd. And it did really well there too.
It's a good joke because it has like this emotional component to it that's really, and like it's a fun joke too because it's a premise that like, I don't know, and you can fit it anywhere and you can add to it. And yeah, you should be happy you wrote a really good joke. I like that.
Thanks. It was Chandler's idea. Jokes. Joke number 1.
You are not gonna like joke 2.
What is it about? Is it about Trump? Is it about reality television?
No.
You know when they're training to be cops and they have to get pepper sprayed so they know what it's like? I think they should also go to jail and have their kids taken away so they also know what that's like.
It's good thinking.
I had to get pepper sprayed in boot camp.
Yeah, shit sucks.
Yeah.
I would much rather get tased than pepper sprayed.
Josh, there's a video I watched of Josh getting tased. It's hilarious.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's rough. Joke number 2. When I was a kid, I slept on the top bunk, and I used to roll off the bed and fall down. My wiener's a lot bigger now, so I don't think that would happen.
Because it would stop me off the bed. See, knew you wouldn't like that one.
I broke my arm I broke my collarbone falling off the bed.
It's because you don't have a wiener.
That's true.
Nature's.
It's true. Joke number 3.
Nature's, what are you?
Nature's.
Limb?
Joke number 3.
Wait, a wiener's just nature's wiener. Like, wieners are part of nature. So it's not like a thing.
Joke number 3. I think in the next 5 years, there's a good chance of them to be pretty famous.
Good chance for me to be pretty famous.
Oh, okay. For me to be pretty famous. I'm glad it's happening now and not in 20 years because I probably would have gotten involved in this Diddy stuff somehow.
Not 20 years ago. Just go to just to have been at a party and been
I just think I just don't.
oil.
I just
Not like the kid shit, but just like the
I just don't think
wild
that
sex stuff.
any Diddy joke is just like.
I know. I write these on the way here.
I know, but it's
whatever.
I just came from an open mic.
Is it just is it because it's just hack or is it in bad taste?
I feel like it's in bad taste, and it's low hanging fruit, and it's like, I just feel like it's bad taste. Yeah. And you know how I feel about taste in comedy.
Yeah.
Joke number 4. I have a Google alert for my name, and I get it every morning, and it's usually just obituaries. And fortunately, none of them are mine.
I sent you one today. Did you see it? Yeah.
Usually, they're not obituaries.
There wasn't. Look. It just came up. Look, Google alerts. Look, the second one. It's Charlie Sam Miller, R.I.P. We should have a section. Buddy. Yeah, Sam Miller.
Sam Miller's who die.
Yeah, Nashville, Tennessee. You know what's cool? Oh my God. When? May 30th?
Oh my God.
Oh my God. I could go.
You shouldn't. There's
Why? We got the same name. That's a connection.
Literally. His name is Charles.
Sam Miller.
His name is Charles.
Charles Sam Miller.
Is your first name Charles?
What are the odds? Whoa. You don't think this is like wormhole stuff, do you?
It could be. You might be his brother.
I might be dead in the future.
At a Diddy party.
I could be dead at a Diddy party.
Usually it's that baseball player. It's always.
Oh, yeah. There's a great baseball player. Oh, man. I got to look him up. He plays at like Harvard. He's like the Ivy League player of the year.
Yeah.
I bet he knows about me. I bet he knows about me. I bet somebody is like, oh, yeah, there's a Sam Miller clip. Anyway. You know what?
Fuck it. It's just whatever.
Listen.
Not today.
A lot of people.
Not today, Satan.
A lot of people are going to say a lot of things about this podcast today. And a lot of people might say a lot of stuff about you. Your scrambling, your Reddit arguing, your cruelty to me, your cop behavior, wanting to be a cop, wanting to be a prison guard. But I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah.
This podcast was okay.
It was fine.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was fine.
Good work. Anyway, you guys.
Jesus Christ. That was terrible.
What?
That was terrible.
What, this podcast?
The whole thing.
No, it wasn't. I had a good time today.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I came in like in a way better mood, and like I'm still in a better mood, and like
Okay. If you say so. Yeah, sure.
I had a good time today. Yes.
You.
Yeah.
Had fun. That's
I
good.
had fun. Yeah. Anyway, that's it.
Bye.